Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Blend Fusion. What we're making today is a simple but delicious meal. It's a vegetarian pasta. You can either use it as a lunch idea or a dinner option, completely up to you. But like I said, it's super easy, so let's get started. The ingredients that you'll need, so I have some oil, some diced up tomatoes and onions, red onions and green onions. Now over here what we have is the sweet and spicy sauce, some butter, garlic, tomato paste, and on this side we have cheese and Parmesan cheese as well. Right here we have the milk, heavy cream, and a little bit of regular milk. And then for the spices, I have oregano, Italiano, garlic powder, and black pepper, and some salt, and your pasta of choice. So on medium heat, I have a big pot filled with water in it. I added some salt and some oil. Once you see that it's bubbled up like this, you're ready to add in your pasta. Depending on what pasta you're using, the cook time will vary. So let me just add in my pasta. And according to my pasta, it says 6 minutes. So the cook time for this pasta is 6 minutes. Now, after 6 minutes, we will drain out the pasta, but make sure that you do keep some pasta water on the side because we will need it for the sauce. So I'm just gonna wait 6 minutes before we can drain it out. So once the pasta is done, you wanna drain the pasta out. So I'm just gonna drain the pasta like this. And then you just wanna shake the pasta a little bit, just like this, just to make sure that there's no water in it. And then we're gonna keep it on the side before we added it into our sauce. So make sure you have your pan out, and on medium heat, I'm just gonna add in the oil. Okay, and it should be hot right now, so I'm just gonna add in the red onions carefully. And what we wanna do is we first wanna make sure that the onions get golden brown. And at the same time, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add some of the garlic, and then we're gonna mix everything together. So like I said, we wanna make sure that the onion gets golden brown before we add in the tomato paste and the rest of the ingredients. So I'm gonna add in the rest of the ingredients. And sweet and spicy sauce as well. And then lastly, the tomato paste. And then we're just gonna mix everything properly. We wanna make sure that there's no clumps in the sauce. So we're just gonna mix that up like this. Now I'm gonna add in the milk and the heavy cream mixed together. And then we're just gonna mix everything together. Once again, we wanna make sure that the chunks are not in there. So just be careful when you are mixing all this together. So I'm just gonna add the cheese in right now. We're gonna keep the Parmesan cheese for after, but right now I'm just adding some marble cheese in, and then you just wanna keep mixing again. So now that we've added the cheese in there, it will start to thicken the sauce. So just keep stirring and stirring, and then after we're just gonna add in the pasta, the butter, and then the pasta water. So once you keep mixing, your sauce should look something like this. As you can see, it's bubbling right now, which is great. We're just gonna keep mixing. Like I said, no clumps should be in your sauce, and then we're gonna add in the pasta. Now we're slowly just gonna add in the pasta, so just be careful. And then you just want to mix, and then just add in the rest slowly and slowly. Okay, and just keep mixing. Okay, now that the pasta is in here, we want to make sure that the sauce is covering each pasta. So we just want to keep mixing. And once that's done, then we're just going to add in the butter and some pasta water. And now I'm gonna add in the butter, just like that. And I'm gonna slowly add some pasta water. And then we're just gonna stir that together. just like this. Okay, so once your pasta's done, I'm just gonna add in some oregano. Just like that, completely up to you how much you want. I am also gonna add some black pepper. And then I'm gonna add in some tomatoes, just like that. And some green onions, just like that. And then I'm gonna mix all of this together. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of Parmesan cheese right now. And then when I plate, I'm gonna add some more, and I'm gonna add some more green onions as well as tomatoes. So right now what we wanna do is just mix all this together. Just like this. And your pasta's ready to plate. Okay, so your pasta should look something like this. Now we're ready to plate. So I'm just gonna take my plate, add it onto here. Just like that. Okay, so keep adding it however much you want in your plate. Okay, that should be good. And now I'm just gonna top it off with some more tomatoes, just like that. And some green onions, just like that. And some Parmesan cheese, however much you want. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more black pepper. And there you have it, the vegetarian pasta.